Welcome to Jared Scott Outdoors. This YouTube channel is dedicated to getting our youth more involved in the outdoors. To do this, I'll be out with family and friends doing all sorts of outdoor adventures. This week on Jared Scott Outdoors, we're fishing for bass. Now, it's in May, so the bass, we're hoping they've started to spawn. I've got Jacob, Cade, and we are going to hook up with Scott and Randy again. If you remember them from last year, these two are a hoot, and they're actually out on the water right now. They beat us here, so we're just getting our stuff ready. And we're gonna go join these guys, and we're hoping to catch some big fish. Now, I came out here last year with Abby, and we got some really nice fish. We had a blast, and it was one of those deals where it's like, all right, we are coming back next year. I told Jacob about it, I talked it all up, and here we are. And it sounds like we might be a little bit early. So we're hoping that we can catch a handful of fish. We don't know. It just depends on how the timing worked out. So let's get after it. As I mentioned, we were meeting Randy and Scott, who we hooked up with for the first time last year. These two guys have been fishing and hunting together for around 40 years. They might not hike or hunt as hard as they used to, but I'll tell you what, the stories, jokes, smart aleck comments, and just fun are never ending with these guys. A couple great men to be able to spend a day with. As it worked out, they beat us here by an hour. So while we were getting our gear ready, they were already out fishing. In fact, as we walked up, they were fighting a double. However, they both lost them nearly simultaneously. While Cade was working on getting his waders and fins on, Jacob was already wading out into the water. I had told him so many stories about my trip here last year with Abby that I had probably overhyped it a little. So getting here and finding out that the spawn was a little behind made us a bit worried. Well, if we were worried about today, some of our worries disappeared as Cade hooked up with what was looking like a big one just a minute after feeding his line out before he was even very far from where we got in. Well, we weren't even hardly out and Cade got one, just paddling out. Is that a good one? Yeah. Oh, that is a good one.
Holy smokes, that thing is a toad. Alright, I just put my fly in the water and was just paddling out to get out further and wasn't even trying to catch one and I got one. It's probably at least a 3-pounder.
18 inches. As fast as it started, there was a bit of a lull before Jacob hooked into his first bass of the day. While he was fighting his, I looked over and saw that Scott was also trying to land one. With the day progressing, the water heating up, it appeared the fishing might heat up as well.
They're fighting little buggers, aren't they? Yeah.
What color have you got on?
It's green with an orange head.
I think I stole one of those out of your box, so I think I have one.
I thought that thought it looked about the right color. Anyway, there you go.
Well,
pretty cool.
First one. You'll get bigger.
Yeah, we'll take them.
All right, I finally got one. But I'll tell you what, it is tough to film and fight a fish on a fly rod at the same time. You can do so much with one hand. All right, brown. All right, it's about an 18-incher there. And look over there, and got a big one too. Randy landed his, which also looked to be a pretty good fish. Nice. From a distance, I'd guess it to have been about a 17-inch solid smallmouth. I'd take this kind of fishing any day of the week. Randy's experience shown, as in general, he was catching more than us. This time, as he was fighting another smallmouth bass, Cade was close by and got a little video.
It's little. 14, which at a lot of places this is a big bass, you know that.
Now you may be wondering where Scott is. He had worked to the other side of this bay far enough away that we couldn't really tell what was going on. Turns out he was catching plenty of fish himself. He ended up landing a fair amount of bass, but also unintentionally hooked and landed 3 carp on his fly. And I'll tell you what, when these 20-plus pounders hook on, those fights take a while. It wasn't too long before I had another strike, and once again, it felt like it had some weight to it. Jacob says he hopes it's a carp. Carp are spawning. We're hearing them and seeing them on the shores or in the willows. This one feels like a good one. It's been about maybe 10 minutes since I caught that last one. Oh, he feels solid. There it is. Oh, I saw it. No, he's a good solid fish again. See, I like to leave the little ones for Jacob. Oh man, he's nice. Oh, man. This one's fighting good.
It's a full body workout.
It is a workout. Nice. Oh yeah. Oh, this guy's heavier for sure than that last one. Oh, same brown with a little bit of extra sparkle on it. Oh man, these are such nice fish. Now there are smaller ones. Jacob's managed to land a couple of them. He's working on these bigger ones. But luckily for me, so far I'm just 2 for 2 on the big guys. So it hasn't been super hot as far as how. Better let this guy go. Right down to the deep. It hasn't been super hot as far as the fishing goes, but we're starting to pick up, and I think it's just going to get hotter as the day gets warm. It's supposed to be like in the 90s today, so as everything warms up, we think the fish are going to start spawning a little bit more. So I love it. It's just a beautiful spot, and just out here enjoying it out here. So I appreciate Randy and Scott inviting us out.
I'm not going to touch it.
Now Randy had a carp take his fly, but as I mentioned, when you get one of these big guys on, it takes a while to land. So while he fought it to get his fly back, I paddled my way over to them just in time to get there when Cade was finally able to get it in the net, which was about a half hour.
I can't hold the net.
On a fly rod.
And it's not snagged, it's in the mouth, right?
Yeah, I got it right in the mouth.
That is
my goodness.
Fish. As much as Randy didn't want to touch the thing, he had to hold it up for the camera. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go. I didn't catch this on purpose either.
All right, man, that is a fat fish. All right, way to show us how it's done. I didn't know that was the game plan, though. On a fly, that's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know, this is a good one. So when I was further away from shore than where you'd expect to catch a bass, I hooked into something that felt like a really big one. And so my first thought was I'd caught a carp just like Randy. But after a moment of feeling it fight and swim faster than a carp would, I realized I had a bass on. And it felt bigger than anything I'd landed so far. All right, there we go. It's actually just like maybe 16 to 17, a little bit smaller than the last one. But he fought harder. Yeah, it's just like a 16. Great fish, though, I'm averaging here. Yeah. Back to the deep. Man, you gotta like this. This is cool. As I've mentioned, the carp were also spawning right now. And across this particular very large bay, we had been hearing splashing nonstop. And when you looked, you could barely make out a lot of that splashing along the shoreline. So my curiosity got the better of me, and so I set off, kicking my way across to see what was going on, because literally, the splashing we could hear and see never ended. When I finally made it to where all the commotion was, I found it only about a foot or two deep, stood up, and was blown away by all the carp I could see, not only on the surface, but all around me. Not only were there carp all around me, but there was obviously a lot of spawning going on as well. It's almost like I've never seen this I came over where these carp are, and normally they're pretty spooky. They are literally all around me right now, within feet. They're just right below me. The water's muddy enough they can't see me, I guess, that well. And there's so many. They're just everywhere. Oh, it's insane. All right, as long as there were that many carp, I had to throw a line out, and it didn't take long. Oh, tangled up and either broke off or got off. I mean, why not, right? Why not have a giant fight? Oh boy. Popped out. Oh, that one broke off. Darn it. All right, back on. Another fly. Got another one on in a matter of one cast. Almost down to my backing here. They're kind of funny. All three of them have done the same thing, which is, oh, he just got off. All right, so I noticed they all do the same thing. When I hook one, they don't know it. And they just swim around for a little while. And then they kind of figure it out and they start pulling. And then suddenly something clicks and boom, they're gone. And I lose the line. That's 3 in a row. All right, let's see if I can get this one in. It's figured it out. It's in that stage. Oh, there. Cade had been slowly working his way towards me to see what was going on as well. So when I cast my next fly out, I was able to focus on playing the line while he filmed to see if I could actually land this one. Oh, look at that. I mean, yeah, they're carp, but the bite, come on. Gotta come over and at least catch one of these guys. It's almost made it to shore over there. Would it take Randy like 30 minutes to wear that one out? See if we can wear this out sooner so Kate can get back to fishing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn this without breaking the line, to be honest with you.
There's one right there.
Alright, making ground. Luckily it's one of the smaller ones. It's still fun. They're ugly, but it's fun. It took a while and a couple runs out to my backing, but I eventually managed to get it all the way in.
It's really hard to do this. Flippers.
Oh, it took it in the mouth.
Go! Dang, how did I miss that?
Boom.
It doesn't fit. Let's take this.
Shoot!
Definitely not break the net.
So I should probably try to unhook this thing. I don't know how to do that. Hold on to it. Alright, took it in the mouth. So they are ugly critters. Oh man. But there's a fight. Oh man. Yeah, well, it was fun. They're like 12 feet away from us right now. Of course, Cade had to get in on the action as well and tried to entice a big carp to his fly. Well, at some point you gotta kind of try to pull it in little or else you'll be here all day.
Hands cramping.
I recovered the float tube that was floating away. And Kate's still at it. See, I better get the bigger net. It is a fat one. This thing is so thick. Oh my goodness. That's got to be like 10 inches from the top of the back to the belly.
Yeah. I caught this carp on a fly rod.
Yeah. That thing is so fat.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'll try to hold the net. Which
I don't even know how to.
you're gonna have to stick. Yeah, you're gonna have to stick your finger through the gill.
Like right here?
Yeah, and like 2 fingers because it's gonna be heavy, and you're gonna have to hold on tight.
Yeah.
Oh man, turn it here. Let me come sideways so I can see how wide that thing is. Oh. There we go. You can see how thick he is. Like, literally, I think that's 10 inches from the top of his back down to its belly. Here, I'm just gonna have you hold it there for a little while.
Okay, I'm going.
You know? Well, I gotta get a picture
All
of
right.
it. Go. There you go. And we both got our carp on the fly rod. We're gonna go back to bass fishing. Those guys are like long gone. They said we were stupid for trying, but you just had to get the fight. So we'll go find them and do a little more bass fishing. All right, got back across the bay from where those carp were. And pretty quick, hooked into one. Feels like a decent one. All right, got it in a bit closer. Not quite as big as I thought. It's gonna be my smallest one. Green pattern on, but yeah, nothing huge, but not bad either. Not too long after that, I had another hit. Apparently my streak of bigger bass had come to an end. As Kate and I joined back up with Randy, Scott, and Jacob, the fishing hadn't been all that hot lately. But as soon as they started talking about calling it a day, Randy hooked up with a decent bass, and then Kate followed up with one of his own. Randy and Scott were now pretty consistently hooking up and releasing some pretty decent bass. Jacob, who'd not been able to catch any of those larger ones, finally had a good fight on the other end of his line.
It's a nice one.
That's pretty.
Well, while the fishing wasn't super hot, it was a fun trip. Even trying to land some of those ugly carp was an adrenaline rush. I want to thank Scott and Randy for letting us come hang out and fish one of their favorite spots with them. They truly are a couple great guys that are a ton of fun to hang out with. That, however, is going to do it for today. We'll see you next week. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to the Jared Scott Outdoors YouTube channel.